So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a unique workflow. I believe this workflow will really help with things like beat block. To check out this workflow, we're going to be visiting my pal Alro. You might remember Alro from being viral on the SBTV YouTube channel back in the day, if you're old enough to remember. But these days he's not emceeing, he is music producing under the name Lupole, and that's who we're going to be going to visit to check out his workflow. Nice to meet you, man. So is that the plan, to build a beat around it, then take the vocal out and present it to another person?
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Every time.
If it ain't peace, there's no time. If it's for the money, then nigga, I'm on line. If it's for the honey, then honey, I'm on crime. If you hear they go me or show me.
Where do you source your melodies to chop? Is that splice?
Usually splice, man.
Yeah.
Usually splice. But then occasionally I'll draw my own in.
I think it's a bit of a dinosaur view that you shouldn't use loops, etc. now, because people are getting such big placements just using loops and stuff like that.
I don't even see what I'm doing as me. I see see myself as more like a mad scientist. It's just all experiments. Some of it turns out good, some of it doesn't work.
Yeah. The average listener don't even know if it's samples. They don't even know what that is.
No, no, exactly.
I just, so I YouTube to MP3 and then I go on freevocalremover.org and then...
So is that as good as Lala?
I would say it's not quite,
yeah,
but it does the job, and once you know, I find if you compress them again, then de-ess them. I don't know why or what scientifically is going on, but I usually find this particular compressor brings loads of top end. This is really good on lows. So then, start with a kick. And where do we go? You know where we go. Straight on splice. So what I usually do is just get like 16 bars of the rough drum pattern.
If I ever see Man United, I make gang new mileage. Just had a health check and I match fit halfway line, should have seen our slap.
And then my go-to, usually when I start a track, like my normal sound is like, find a Rhodes loop that I like the sound of and then just chop it and arrange it around. Another thing I find, man, is like sometimes I actually produce visually. Like I don't even need to listen to it, I just know that a certain pattern. And what I'll do is then I'll say if I draw that pattern in, loads of other stuff I'll chop will follow that pattern. And I can almost do it without listening. Yeah, as long as I know what the note, do you know what I mean? It's like... Yeah.
It's a miracle how they forget, but man get his liver pulled out of his chest. I just moved recently, I got a brand new castle.
Now that, see, just doing that. You see that, just doing that there, just tells me now, oh, let's have a little pull out of the drums there. But this is what I mean. And now that I've lost the whole, oh, I have to come up with everything in my head thing, I see myself as a mad scientist. Fuck about until you find stuff. So then now... Because
that's perfect there, isn't it, for the drums to drop out.
Exactly. So now I'll put them in, but then I'll drop all the drums for that there.
But man get his liver pulled out of his chest. I just moved recently, I got a brand new castle. That came with the ring doorbell and an arm and some brand new arsenal.
Okay, cool. So if it's not entirely sure what he's actually doing, this is a little breakdown. He gets the original track. He would even sometimes, or the majority of the times, copy the drum pattern of that track. So he'll play some drums over the top of it, but essentially mimicking that drum pattern. And then he'll take out that original track and then put the a cappella from that track onto there, so he doesn't have the music behind. Then he'll find a melody loop on splice. So already he has a new track with a vocal on it, essentially. To give it a bit of originality, he likes to chop up the melody loop, reverse it, change it as much as he can. So he'll chop it, reverse it, make it skippy almost, rearrange the melody sometimes as well, like so. So he'll add some effects, some vocal chops. He'll decorate this a cappella. So when there's little pockets in the a cappella, he'll decorate them with silence or with effects. And then all he has to do then is take out the original a cappella. And he has the whole structure for a new track that he can either release or present to another vocalist to vocal something totally original on. And to me, this is pretty awesome for getting ideas down quickly, getting something on the board. Don't get me wrong, you don't have to copy their drum patterns. You can do something totally different. I say totally different, but you can do something different. You don't have to do what they do. If you want to make it completely different. So then you have a new melody. You don't even have to use a loop, a melody loop. You can make your own original MIDI melody. Let me know what your thoughts are on this process in the comment section below. So in the next section, instead of getting a loop from Splice, I'll be making a loop from scratch for Arrow to flip into something else. But in between that, we went to lunch, and I am so jealous of the scenic views from his studio. He has such a great spot here. Don't watch me almost falling to my death. Such a nice place to live and work from. I will definitely be coming to Chepstow again.
So how do you usually start?
Just with like a piano progression or maybe string progression. Mainly just any chord progression and kind of like audition it with sounds afterwards. Right. Yeah, see in this plugin area, it's called string memorations.
Yeah.
So basically it's just like phrases. You can just like a simple chord progression like.
So that's all off one chord?
Yeah. You just go forever, and you can just chop up to whatever you want to chop up to.
And what? So would you literally just record that,
and then you could just
and then resample it, sort of thing?
Yeah. So well, we'll have a go now, see what it does.
They call me the V. She and I fuck my ex. Got on sexy red in the V. No show getting her feelings.
I reckon we switched to bass audio. I think.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I reckon you tap in for the bass because you seem to smash the last one.
10 years convincing myself that I was flat. It wasn't until I quit properly that I realised my overall life.
So as you've seen there, we've been at Arrow Studio all day, been really productive. It's really insightful to see what other producers do. We won't be able to play the full tracks here because of copyright strikes, but we will put them somewhere in the description below. I'm not sure where at the moment. I'll also leave Arrow's and Error's socials in the description below as well, so big up them. And yeah, this has been DixonBeats 2. Be safe, be productive, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.
I see through them. They bring guns and drugs into the country, then lock me up when I use them. Latin, but I'm shouting. I need a car that don't decline every day's a part. They didn't think I'd go twice. I said me neither. The game died and these rap niggas need a leader.
Please don't touch me without my permission. You might be buffed by the sexual harassment. Them boy nervous next to the baddies. Them boy tired mate next to the mandem.
Alright, everybody knows you're some goody goody. That screw face and that rockaway hoodie just ain't working. Sorry brethren, I'm Buzz Lightyear and you come like